Okay, we're coming to 39 acres in Timber Canyon here, 39 acres, and we're on the main road. We're only a couple miles, about 3-4 miles off of I-25 between Trinidad and Aguilar, Colorado. The land we're going to be looking at, the 39 acres, is on this left side. I showed you that little gray cabin there, so that if you get to that point and you're coming up here and you're looking, if you get to that point, you've gone too far. And as we're coming down here, we're going to come to a little driveway that's been cut in, and haven't been up it yet. It might be a little rough, but we'll see. The land's going to be predominantly, it's going to be this bottom valley, and they've got a little drive cut in to where you could, put an RV spot or something like that. And there's power going through here, so you got power right next to you. And here's a little road. This is going to be right where this power pole is right here. That's going to be just off the property. Their property corner is going to be on this side of the road, right up there on the bank a little bit. And then the boundary line goes due north from here, so it's going to go up on top of that mesa, and then it drops on the back side into another canyon. It's steep country. We're not going to try to hike that today and get up there and on top and stuff, but we are going to go in the little drive here and take a look at it and see what we can see. So you've already got a place that's nice that you can. Okay, we just crossed over the little culvert there. That's in good shape. So far so good here. But see those rock cliffs and things up there? It's all a part of the land, and if you see the topo and stuff and the aerial, like I say, it goes up on top of that mesa and goes over the other side into another nice little canyon. So now we're just above the main road, subdivision road, and this Timber Canyon ranch doesn't have any covenants on it, so that's real nice. And like I say, there's power along the road down there in the bottom, so you got access to that here as well. And this isn't too bad for nobody being in here for a number of years. So you could clear out some areas in here for camping, in this area. There's all kinds of people that do dirt work around here, knock roads in like this all the time, or spots for people to stay. This is nice because we're getting up above the main road, so you got some privacy back in here, and then you can take off hiking. It's not too steep. The hill's getting less steep at the top of that mesa we drive along, so we're getting a little bit higher up. So they're going to be up above the canyon too, so that's nice. Like I say, this is the first time I've been in here, so I'm not really sure what it's like. Looks like they got an old RV in here. I will assume that that's going to be going with the property too. And I'll find out from the owner, and that'll be in the information that you can read. Looks like it needs some help. Nothing special. So yeah, you've already got a spot up here. And then, like I say, you can hike right up there, and all that top part's going to be a part of it. And then you can go right over that ridge into another canyon back behind there. So this is where we came in on. The road's not bad. Okay, I don't know if you can see this aerial without me shadowing it, but the main road, we come in from this direction from I-25 between Trinidad and Aguilar. It's exit 23, and I've got maps that lead you to this, but right here on this edge of the boundary line, my fat boundary line goes right over the entrance to that little road we just drove in on. And we came up in here, and we're right here at this little spot right there. This is where this old RV thing's at, but you got a nice road coming in, and you can see the main road down there with the power and stuff down below, so you're going to be back off of it, not like that gray house I showed you that's right on the road. Here goes my maps. So you got a nice spot in here, already built in, and looks like we're going to walk up this, and we're going to get up on top of this point so we can see over both sides of the land, and then we'll be done from there. But looks like they had an old Jeep trail road going up this, and we're just going to walk up that. And on the topo, course, that direction is north. So this is all south facing. All this in here is south facing. That's good. And if you have to drill a water well on this land, I mean, you got that creek bed down below. It flows frequently. It doesn't have, it's got water in different spots at it. I haven't looked at it on this land walking through it, but anytime there's moisture, that thing's running. So, you know, if you wanted to drill a water well on this land, you're not going to have to go very deep. You might go 100 feet. You know, I always suggest, you know, at least 100 feet, so you have, you know, at least 100 foot of water column. And wells average 5 gallons a minute and $20 a foot. So, you know, overall across the county, you're talking 400, 600 feet average to drill a water well here with this creek bed that goes through the land right there. That's great. And this RV spot or camping spot is sitting about right there. And we're going to head right up this and get on this little flat point and then go up and get on top of this so you can see over on the other side the deep canyon that it goes into on the other side as well. Lots of animals in here. This is isolated back in here, but it's real accessible. So no covenants, like I say, so they don't do road maintenance on the main road, so it can be pretty ruddy, but people live up in here permanently. There's half a dozen people out of the, I don't know, 40, 50 tracts of 40 acres. This one's a 39 acre tract, 39.23 acres more or less. So anyway, we're going to take a walk up there. Okay, we've come up the hill from the little RV camp spot down there. Main road goes through the canyon here. This is going back east, southeast, back to I-25 in between Trinidad and Aguilar. Like I say, it's only 3-4 miles. Anyway, the main road came in and we went to the far southwestern corner of the property and then drove it back in here. RV spot's just right below us here. And then our campsite or whatever, house site. And we're making our way up the hill. Get up here on some of these flats. Very neat down there. And we're going to be getting close to the eastern boundary line as we're walking across this hill. Say we're pretty close, but we're not far. It's just easier to walk along the side of the hill, along the game trails. Okay, we've almost made it to the top of that rock face that I was pointing out down below. And the RV's down there, or the campsite, build site's down there. And then we can see over now into this canyon. The property goes over down in this canyon too. And that's back east again, the direction going back towards town and things. I go under the tree. Okay, so we made it on top. On the top, you can see how this point goes out here. It's flat. You see those bigger trees right out there. That's wider out there, and then it narrows. That's what you're seeing on the topo map. Right here, that narrow part. That narrow part right there. That's where we came up from the RV site, or the campsite, or I don't know why I keep calling it RV site. That's not an RV. It's a storage trailer maybe, or something at best. But anyway, it just come along the side of the hill. It wasn't a bad hike. And right to this narrow spot, and that's still on the property. That the pine trees over there, the taller ones, are going to be out on this point further out. But I'd say about right where you can see the grass in the bottom of those pine trees, that'd be about where the eastern boundary line runs, north and south this direction. Again, this is the canyon going back out. It's pretty up here, got good views. And this is the backside canyon. It's on the property too. And you get up here on top, there's a bunch of elk sign up in here. Yeah, you got some nice sized elk running around in here. Those are big old rounds. Little drive probably a month ago or something on this. Anyway, on the topo, top of the map's north. I don't know if I've pointed that out yet. But again, we came up this little place right here, and then we're on top of this first little bench, and then it goes uphill again to get up on top of another bench, way up high. And you get up on top up there, you're going to see the Sangre de Cristos and the Spanish Peaks from the top up there with some really great views. It's a nice piece of property. Power, little road already coming in. You're ready to go, not too far from town.